Hello, I'm Dwight Norris of fishnetwork.com, and we are here today on Labor Day to talk about many things. The changing of the season, things you should be looking forward to, things you should think about when it comes to scheduling, and what you need to do to go fishing more often. So stay tuned. Welcome back, and first I want to say happy Labor Day to everybody. And if you had to work today, I'm truly sorry. I was out and about going to stores as well, and I was really astonished at how many were actually open, but it was useful for me, so I shouldn't really complain about that. And if you are in that situation and there's a possibility of you getting out of it, I hope that you're looking for more and better opportunities that are out there. Some things take more skill, some things don't. If you're looking to move forward in your business and your life, you should look into things and take action. I'll be talking more about that at a later point because it's important, but not today. Now, one of the other things happening around Labor Day is, if you have children or a family, is your schedule is about to change. If you have children going to school, they're starting right now, and if they're going to a new school, you have to figure out what you're going to do. It's going to completely change your schedule. Pickups, drop-offs, there's going to be events you have to go to at particular times. It could be in the middle of the day. If children get sick, you're going to have to take them from a new location. And, if you want to take a vacation, that doesn't go well with the school sometimes. It's kind of like working for an employer. Like, what? You want to take 2 weeks off school? I don't know how you're going to do this, Mr. Norris. How can we have your child get their education if they're away all the time? Things like that. If you have those problems, it's something that you need to think about, because we're trying to go fishing every day, possibly. It is up to you how many times a day you want to fish, but these things are important, and this is why it's, one, easy to make this change in your life, but two, hard to make this change in your life. It's a mindset problem. You think it's not possible. It is possible, but it's not easy. You see the oxymoron there? But you can do this, and I'm going to be here to help you out every step of the way. Every step of the way that I can, I'll be there. So, you can email me, you can comment down below. However you can get in contact with me, please do it. Phone, email, do whatever's best for you. Another thing that usually happens during this time is you've possibly seen all the U-Haul trucks. It's not just college students moving. If you're a college student and you're wanting to go fishing more often, awesome. But also people are moving locations like houses, and well, they have a whole new place they need to go to, either because going from one location to your work, from another location to your work, puts you in a totally different commuter fishing section. Maybe you had an awesome place to fish on your way to work and way back to work, and that was your way of going fishing at work or before work or after work, and now that's completely ruined. You had a nice river, you had a slice of the ocean you could stop off at, do some surf fishing, and now you have this little dinky lake. You know nothing about it, haven't done any research, and you're like, ugh, I need to make this change in my life, but this is changing something that's possibly even more important to me, and that's fishing. So think about these things when you're making these decisions, and you won't come across these kinds of issues. Like if you want to live somewhere out west in the middle of nowhere, and you have one body of water that has fish in it within 200 miles, that's a problem. You have one place you're going to know how to fish extremely well. That is the positive. The not positive is you can't go fishing at work anywhere else. You're going to have to do a lot of traveling. You're going to have to have some money. You're going to have to fly. You're going to have to think possibly about getting a new job and moving somewhere where you can go fishing more often and get more species of fish, more variety, or situations like that. Those are situations which I don't like. They're very hard to deal with, but there are ways around that. Also, fall is coming. September 23rd is the day. Fall fishing, as you see here on the screen. There are so many tips and changes during the fall season, not just the colors of the leaves and the turnover of the lake, which is one of the things. There's also the falling temperatures, and the forage acts a little differently, and the fish go into a different style of feeding, which can be very interesting. You'll probably notice that a lot of them are actually gathering up bait fish in schools and hitting the surface during the fall. It can be very interesting, just like spring can be, and just as good or better. But you have to know what you're doing, and pros like this, Mike Iaconelli, I can never say his name correctly, but he's the man. He knows what he's doing. Check him out, and there's other places where you can get information from the pros when it comes to bass fishing. But if you're doing any other type of fishing, there isn't quite as much of professional advice with that. You're gonna have celebrities that tell you stuff, and other people who are, I don't know, doing things like I am, and they're just putting out information that they've garnered from their own experience, and are giving that to you, and hopefully it's good. You'll find out if you try it. So if you know somebody that's doing the style of fishing that you're doing, you're catching redfish or wherever else in Florida, or you're catching salmon and trout in the Northwest or in Canada, or if you're where I am, you're catching bass and bluegills, and there's pike around here, or you're doing the ocean and striped bass and tautog and bluefish and tuna and whatever else. Figure out who's doing your style of stuff during that particular season, like the fall, and get all the information you can. Also, if you do follow somebody that's a professional or writes for a magazine like On the Water, email them and ask, hey, I'm going to be fishing in the place where you do a lot of your fishing, and that you write and talk and make videos about. Could you possibly help me catch more fish in this location? I did that locally with a freshwater charter fisherman, and also with somebody who actually writes for On the Water magazine, and they were very happy to get back to me and tell me plenty of their super cool secrets, which most people on forums will not tell you. They won't tell you your spots, they won't tell you how they got the fish, they won't tell you about all the lures, they won't tell you how to present, they won't tell you about how to deal with the seasons and all the details. But if you talk nicely to people, ask questions, and are sincere about your efforts to go fishing and catch more fish, most likely they're going to spend a little bit of their time to help you out. It won't be, a book-sized informational pamphlet. They might point you in the right direction and tell you what you need to do, but it will be helpful. So I highly suggest that. So I want to go over 3 main steps for, fishing at work and what you should do for the fall season. 1 is plan your fishing. Please plan it. If you don't plan something, one of the things they say is you plan to fail, and the fishing won't happen. You're like, oh, it'll be easy. I'll just grab my rod, grab my reel, get a couple spinner baits, crankbait. I'm gonna roll out here at whatever time. Don't really care. I haven't thought about it. And then the time comes around, and I got a meeting. Somebody's talking to me. Oh man, I'm really hungry. Oh wow, that food outside looks really good. I'm gonna hit up that pizza place that's in that truck outside, because there's a line out the door. And whoa, wait a minute, I was supposed to go fishing. Oh man, now I'm in conflict with myself. So if you make a plan, you're going to do this, you're going to do it today at this time, and you plan, it will happen. Why? Because you'll be looking at your schedule and looking at what you're doing. You're going to say, oh, there's this, I'm supposed to leave at 12. There's this 11:30 meeting. How long is this going to take? Are people going to bother me with information or questions after this, which will delay my 12 o'clock? One of the things you can do, hey, tell them, I got something to do at 12 o'clock. You don't tell them what it is, unless you want to, but you have something to do, and this is your cutoff time. And people will generally respect that. You're like, hey, you can get back to me later, but at this time, I need to do something not work related. It's my time, and I'm going to use it at this exact time. So I'll get back to you later. Super cool. It works. It's fine. People can't fight that. That's your time. So deal with it accordingly, and be stern, and be direct, and be confident when you say it. The next thing is communicate your goals. And when I say communicate your goals, it's not just for fishing, but for everything in general. So when you have something that you want to do, that you need to accomplish, like in the last thing where you plan and you have to be really astute on any kind of issues that may occur, you want to say, hey, let's have a talk. I'm going to be doing a lot more fishing from now on. I wanted to tell you that so we can have a very honest and open conversation. And they're going to ask questions. You need to be prepared for them. They're like, okay, well, how often are you going to go fishing? Well, I'm going to start small. I'm going to try to go fishing every couple days. Like, whoa, how are you going to do that? Well, I'm going to go during my lunchtime, or before work, or after work. Oh, is that going to make you get to work late? Or you're going to get home late? Or are you going to be able to eat? Are you going to upset people at work? Nope, this has already been solved. I've been following this system called the Everyday Fishing System, and it goes through this in complete detail about how I can deal with it, and this is how. You have an answer to the question, and it's rock solid, and there's no problem because there's a system involved. Then that will be solved, and you'll tell them why I need to do this. You love fishing. You aren't fishing enough. You're only fishing during the weekend, and when the weekend comes, it's not planned, is it? You have to do X, Y, and Z, and then the fishing doesn't happen. And then you don't have a day to wait to go fishing again. You have a week, and that next week, you don't know what's happening yet, and you haven't planned for it because you don't plan, and that lies the problem. It's all in the beginning. You aren't planning for success, so you are planning for failure. So communicate your goals so people know what you're doing. They're bought into the process, bought into the system. They're willing to give it a try, see how it works out. They're testing you and seeing how, how strong-willed are you in the thing that you just said. You came to them, you told them the issue, you told them the problem, and now they're good people. They're gonna let you do your thing for a while, and if it goes bad, they're going to confront you. If it goes well, they're like, wow, that really worked out. You're going fishing more often. You're a happier person. You're doing more of the thing that you love, and I want to make you happy. This is part of a relationship with a person. They don't want to see you having a horrible day and being miserable all the time. They want to see you happy. So they're going to try their best to help you do that. And if this fishing more often is going to give you that result, they will support you. Last but not, I can't remember the phrase now. But anyway, the last thing, continuously take action. This is a whole system that I provide, and it's great to start out. It's like reading a book, or starting a new thing. You're starting a workout plan in January, and you start off strong that first month. Man, you're working out, you're sweating, you're losing weight. You can see body parts starting to show again that you haven't seen in 20 years, and you're like, man, it's working out. But then something happens, a holiday comes, a birthday, you went over to a friend's place for the ball game, football game, and next thing you know, you're eating wings, you're drinking beer, and then the next day you're eating wings and you're drinking beer, and the next day you're eating and drinking the same things, and boom, you're right back where you were, and you're, oh wait a minute, was I supposed to be in the gym? What happened to my work ethic? What happened? You stopped continuously taking action on your goals to get the result that you wanted. And this happens in many different things. It could happen for weight loss. It could happen for a diet. It could happen for your money goals. You're starting a side hustle thing. You're trying to learn new skills to get a promotion in your job. Anything. And just in this particular situation, it's about fishing. And you need to continuously take action to actually get this level of fishing in. And once you do it, it's kind of interesting. It kind of brings you back when you were younger and you had all that time, but you didn't realize it. You didn't appreciate it because you hadn't gone through the pain of having to work a 9 to 5, having no time every single day. And this is the whole thing about regret when you get older and you're end of life and you're wondering about all the things you did and all the time you wasted and what you could have done. But that time is over. It's too late to worry about it. So don't be that person. Don't wait till it's too late. Take action now while you can. This is just one thing in your life you can take action on. You can take action on many different things. And if you have something that you really are driven to do, you should do that. And this is one of those things if you are a fisherman. Every fisherman wants to go fishing more often. I don't have to survey for this or ask people. I know they do. But I did it anyway. And lo and behold, got the same answer. No one has solved this problem. And if they did, they weren't able to convey it to people, the importance of it, and what they actually needed to do to make it happen. Because it's more than just give you the answer and walk away. You have to help people to help themselves. I know you want to go fishing more often. I'm here. I've made this website. I've made a YouTube channel. And I'm here, hopefully now, every day to remind you that you should be going fishing more often. And you can do it. I'm here to help. That's what I'm here to do. I want to be your trusted advisor when it comes to going fishing. That doesn't require me to be a professional. I don't have to be the best fisherman in the world, but I do have to be someone who loves fishing and loves helping people go fishing. And that's who I am, and that's what I stand for. So, if that's what you want, please continue to watch my YouTube channels. Like, share, subscribe, do all the socials. And if you have any questions, comment down below. I'll be here, ready to help you.